about scrap more with Brenda. I'm Brenda and we're here today with another episode of Free Pattern Friday. Yay! It's Friday and I just love this. I decided we haven't done a sailboat. And sailboats are one of these fun blocks. They kind of look best all scrappy in a quilt if every sailboat block is a little different. So this doesn't look like much, but trust me, it ends up being a sailboat. But first, let's get to our shout outs. The quilts behind me is a Jan Kingwell quilt, and it comes from the book Quilt Lovely. Now, I cannot give you her pattern. You have to buy the book and then do the pattern from there. But I did it all in Star Wars fabric, so I'm not sure if I'm going to call it it's Mrs. Bannister Star. So I'm not sure if I'm going to call it Mrs. Bannister Star Wars or Jen Kingwell Meets the Force, but it was a fun little challenge that a small group of us did, and we all had the book and we were just having a great time with this. So this was such a fun quilt, and as soon as my daughter saw it all in pieces, my oldest one, she claimed it for her. So just like I say, it's in the book and it's called Mrs. Bannister Star. Now she makes a pillow of it, but I decided to make a little quilt. Now, the shout out is Nancy McNally. Now her YouTube channel is going to be in the show notes below, and they're so important that you get into all those show notes because there's so many things that are going on in there, and I'm talking about all of them. So the first one up is I Speak for Free. So if your quilting group or quilting guild is looking for a speaker to talk about elements of the design, sewing with scraps, and making charity quilts, I'm your person to call. And like I say, I am so inspired by meeting all these people. I just love talking with other quilters about what's inspiring them. Now, the Chaos Sew Along is going to be coming pretty quick. Now, I'm not sure when this video is dropping, but if it's already dropped, it'll be on the date, and it's going to be a fun sew along that you can use all sorts of colors of your scraps, and it's a larger scale block, like it's 4.5 inches, and the biggest one is 4.5 by 8.5. But I mean, that it's just one of those fun sew-alongs that you can use all your scrap fabric up on, and it's a cute, fast way to make a larger quilt. Also, we have a Facebook group that's warm and welcoming. We do all sorts of things in there like Facebook groups do. And we have a virtual sewing room under Discord that's open to the members of the Facebook group 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you never know who you're going to meet in there. It's so much fun. We also do fabric swaps by country, and we now do block swaps, and everybody's having a good time in there. It's just wonderful. There's all sorts of different community chats you can join to find free patterns or recipes or whatever. Now, also, there's in the show notes, you're going to find all the Zoom dates from now until the end of December. I have not even looked at 2025, so we will be posting those dates as soon as I get around to doing that, but there are the Zoom dates coming. Now, those are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm either in my home in Alberta, Canada, or I'm in my winter home in Arizona. And we just have so much fun in there. I try and get stuff that's a little easier for piecing, so I get to chat with all the people that come. But we do show and tells, we take polls, we just have a great time. And if you don't feel like sewing that day and you want to come, bring your crochet. It's all good. It's a great place to hang out. Share, like, and subscribe if you can. That would help us out so much, and sharing with others so much as well. Commenting also helps our analytics, and if you don't have time to do anything else except send a heart, that's perfect. Thank you so much for that. Anyways, come on in, let's get to the sewing. Okay, we're at the sewing machine, and the first thing we got to do is get our flip and stitch corners on, because then the rest of this kind of goes together very quickly. So let's get those on. Wait a minute. Which way are we going? Yes, we're going the right way. Oh, no, we're not. Hang on. I'm going to go like this. Well, I could turn it around like that too. Doesn't matter. It'll be good. All right. Let's first get this flip and stitch corners done. What you want to do is make a boat shape with the dark. And I just finger press these, so we'll just maneuver this way and get both of them through. Oh, all right. I'm starting to get a sore throat. Isn't that strange? I haven't been anywhere. Okay, first thing you gotta do is check to see if you have coverage. If good coverage, you can cut. If you don't have good coverage, don't cut. So yes, I have good coverage on both sides. Yeah, and it's important to cut these out just to reduce bulk in your block. Yeah, the quilt gets a lot heavier if all of this stuff is, you know, underneath. Okay, so those I'm going to save and put into the works. Now the next hard bit is to do your triangles. Okay, so I gotta change my feet. Again, change the feet. That's not a video of mine if I'm not changing feet or something, right? In some respects, I envy these people with those really cool snap feet that just, you know, they click together and everything works out great. But yeah, I don't know. I like my machine too much. So, okay, the next thing we're going to do is half square triangles. Now, I chose white sails for my boat, so I went with a pale pink background. And I do have just enough contrast in this so that will show up. I mean, you can use any color. I mean, you know, your dark, your medium, your lights, you know, it can be whatever. If you wanted to do, you know, a dark blue ocean, you could, or midnight, or, you know, it's kind of one of those things, well, which way do you want to do this? So, now I cut my half square triangles. I cut them with an easy angle ruler. Guys, I cannot tell you how easy it makes life. I have given you cutting instructions for the traditional way to make 2.5 inch half square triangles, but if you have that easy angle ruler, you can cut triangles right out of your strips, which is so fast, so quick, so easy, and you end up with, you know, nice pieced, you know, half square triangles, really. I mean, it's just, it works so great. Well, let's get the rest of this. Okay. Okay, so this is a block that has to be, you know, pieced together. You know, you take your smaller pieces, sew them onto bigger pieces, that kind of thing, right? Because there's no, you can't web this block is what I'm trying to say, right? So let's get all this over here. Okay, there we go. And we're going to trim off all the excess little dog ears first. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like that easy angle triangle too. It keeps all the dog ears, half the dog ears are gone already, right? By the time you get to trimming, you know, so that's always nice. Hey, AccuQuilt, I mean the AccuQuilt cutters too, they trim off their dog ears. So I'm going to flip all of these this way because the background is darker than the white. Okay, and I'll just get this there for now. Yeah, this is kind of one of those fun little blocks. There we go, just like that. 3, 2, and 1. There. One, two. Can you see what I'm doing here? Okay, good. There. And I'm just finger pressing them to get them together. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start piecing these together because this row has more seams. So I'm just going to move this under and get as much of this done as I can before I have to pick up the next. So basically this is, you know, do all the little bits here first. That way, you know, a good chunk of this is already all sewn together before you get there. Okay, and this, just like so. Yeah. Take your time lining them up, of course. And this. There we go. Now. Okay. So the first two pieces get sewn together. Oops. Now, if you were making an entire quilt of this, I would put your blocks back, make sure everything's going the right way, and then assemble, right? Because otherwise, you can go off the rails very quickly on this block and have your sails turned around or something. You know, something silly now has happened. Okay. Now, this one goes right across the top. This one gets sewn on like this. And... what? Okay. Well, I lost my mind. Oh, there it is. Alright. Took me a while to line it up because I couldn't see this pink is one of these fabrics that it's a woven, right? So it's the same both directions. So I'm going to get all of my triangles off, and I'm just going to run a quick little long seam through here just to get all of that piecing off. There we go. There. And you want to match up that end. There. Here. Okay, this will go now together. Okay. Now you want to press the blue, right, away because it's got the least resistance, you know, because there's no seams in the block above, right? So that's going to lie flattest if you go this way. And we're going to tip that over and around, just like so. Now, there we go. Well, one will go under and the other one will go this way. There we go. And I want to put my plug in here like so. And so now I'm going to sew this piece on. Okay, let's line everything up. And that's going this way. Oops. There we go. There. Come on. There we go. There. And we get the plug again. I should have a little leader ender project here. I haven't had one in a while. So now I'm going to look at the back. This looks like this will all go this way up. So I want to make sure I sew these pieces here with all of those seams up, twisted up or turned up. Okay. Now this pink is such a soft cotton. Such a lovely soft cotton, lovely hand to it. And I got a bunch of it. I can't even tell you where I got it now. There. I think I got it as okay. There. Now, this is going to match up, and we'll just put it down like so. Okay. There. Now, I've put this, so this is on top. So now I can see where all my seams are going, and I can push my seams the right way under my needle. So my seams want to go this way, have been sewn this way. And I don't want twisted seams because that will not allow the block to lie flat. There we go. And there we go. And we got one more. And I'm going to flip it this way just because I need to know where those seams are going. And I'm just going to move this off here. Line them up. And there's the top part of your sky. Okay. Just line this up. There we go. Line the edges up. Now, okay. All right, now let's look at the back here. All of the back, here, I'm just gonna get this finger pressed out of the way. All of the back, okay. There. Now, this back, what we did is we pressed up in here where the sails are, and that's going to be your only amount of block. We've pressed up, sails up, and then from the sail, the bottom of the sails, we press down, right? So basically this is where the most of the bulk is going to be in your block, is where all these little points are matching. So let me give this a proper iron and we'll get to our ta-da moment. Okay, so here is our big ta-da moment on the sailboat. Now, there's all sorts of variations on sailboats, and this one was a lot of fun to come up with. I thought, okay, we'll eliminate some little extra seams here on the side, and it's just a fun novelty block. Now, if you wanted to do an entire quilt of this, I would strongly suggest sashing in between. That way you're not worrying about all the seams that you're having to match up on the sides, right? So that's just a little tip I would give out to people. But yeah, you could go really scrappy with this as well, you know, from block to block. Or, like I say, do what I did, you know, use one background color, a really pale whatever, and then, you know, your white sails, and then whatever boat and watercolor you wanted. I figured we'd mix up the textures on this a little bit, and it looks pretty good. So I do hope you give this a try. It was a lot of fun to make for you here today, and I hope you stay well and stay happy, and life is treating you good. Okay, you take care until we see each other again. Okay, bye! Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, you know, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure and quilting. And, you know, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts, okay? So you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again, okay? Bye!